Hello, and this is a tutorial on how to write a synthesis essay. So what is a synthesis essay? A synthesis essay is a type of an essay that claims an argument by comparing resources of different ideas. So you will be given a prompt. In that prompt, it will have an issue, and with that issue, you will have a bunch of documents provided. And those documents have usually have different arguments. So after reading them and comparing each of those arguments, you need to develop your own argument about an issue. So first you need to understand the prompt. It will usually ask you a question and provide you some explanation about the issue. And so you need to understand them well to develop your own position on that issue. Then you gotta read the resources that are provided. It will usually have 6 or 7, and now you need to read them carefully and understand all of them, because all of them will usually have different arguments about the issue. And some of them will be an article, and some of them might be a graph that provides some numerical data. Now after you read and understand the resources, you need to compare them and develop your own argument about the issue. Then when you write your essay, you need to give supporting details on your argument. But you can only you can only get evidence from the resources that are provided. You need to use those resources to support your argument. Here's a basic structure of a synthesis essay. It's very similar to all other essays. You will first have an introduction that will explain the reader on what you're going to talk about. Then you will have body paragraphs that will give supporting details about your argument. Then you will close your essay with a conclusion. This is a basic structure of a body paragraph of a synthesis essay. You first need to have a topic. The topic sentence will explain to the reader on what the rest of the paragraph will talk about. It's basically what your supporting detail of your argument is. Then you gotta give some sentences that will explain your topic. The next, you need to introduce an evidence that will support your argument. Then you gotta explain those evidence. You gotta explain how does your evidence prove your supporting detail and the reason why it supports your argument. Now evidence. Evidence is a crucial part of writing a synthesis essay, and you must use at least 3 different sources, not more than 4. Now when you get a quotation from your resources, you must cite them correctly. And these citations are usually done by having these parentheses after the sentence with the quotes. You need to have a parentheses with the last name of the author of the resource, or you can just the source and the letter labeled. And these quotations can never stand alone in a sentence, and that is why you need to use the signal phrases. And what I mean by that is that you need to write your sentence in a structure. For example, in this article titled blah blah blah, Mr. whatever claimed that, and then you will use quotation marks and you will introduce your evidence. Then you end the sentence with your period, and now after that you need to cite your quotation in these format, these parentheses. That was a brief explanation how to write a body paragraph, and your synthesis essay will be more effective if you have a counter argument paragraph. Now in a counter argument paragraph, you can get a quotation from a resource and that opposes to your argument, and you can explain why this evidence is not effective, or why your argument is more stronger than this argument. Yeah, and having this will tell the reader that you actually did understand the resources and you can actually compare those resources. Then you will end your essay with a conclusion, basically a recap of your thesis statement. Now, when I wrote my synthesis essay, I needed to spend some time on reading and understanding the resources. Now, when I was writing this, I thought of synthesis essay as an argumentative essay with resources provided, and you can only use those resources to support your argument. And I've personally thought that in synthesis essay, it's harder. It's actually kind of harder to develop a position. Develop an argument and stand on a position. Just reading the prompt and just making an argument from that would just be an ordinary argumentative essay. But in a synthesis essay, you need to make your argument based on the resources provided. So it's a little bit harder. It was a little bit harder for me to develop my argument and thinking about how to support my argument because they are limited. So I think it's okay when writing a synthesis essay, just think of it as an argumentative essay, but the resources are provided for you. And that's about it on this tutorial, and thank you for watching it, and I hope this will help you in your writing. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you will write a good synthesis essay. This video was provided you by KN.